It's been a fucking wild week.
Man, I used to say that. We used to say that at our previous employer. Like, it's been a time. Like, it's been a week, man.
Yeah.
It's like when it rains, it pours kind of deal.
I mean, I don't even know what even happened. Like this.
I'm so happy we were together.
Dude, how crazy was it? I just like, and we were just watching golf. Does he have headphones?
Yeah, he does.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he's listening.
1.
Hey, man, I'm just trying
fucking
to,
around.
like the Corn Ferry Tour,
Yeah,
too.
seriously. Some B League golf tournament.
It wasn't even the Corn Ferry Tour, it
We're-
was the C Tour, man.
We were between motocross and the fights.
Yeah, we had there was a lull in the action.
Yeah. The girls go walking with the kids. Thank God. Those little fucks.
Yeah.
Just like, and then I get that text from my buddy at work that's like, did you see, he's like, how fucking wild was that? And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, Trump got shot. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. And mind you, it only happened like 15 minutes before.
Yeah. Like when we turned
We turned it on like 6:30 or
yeah, when we turned the news on, they still, they were still not, they were still like
unsure it was a bullet.
They were like, we think, it sounded like fireworks, fireworks that shoot people.
Firecrackers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like we watched
firecrackers that sound like AR-15s. Yeah.
Right.
I know those ones.
Yeah, me too. We watched the evolution literally unfold in front of us.
Yeah.
Like as it went from firecrackers to confirmed shot.
To them not knowing, and this happened to us hearing the fucking Secret Service say the shooter's down.
Shooter's down.
And they're like,
meanwhile, the news is just going on and on about how we can't confirm that it was gunfire and blah blah blah. While the Secret Service agent is like, yes, the shooter's down. We can move. The president's like, well, if you guys would just stop talking,
Yeah, if you guys-
maybe you would fucking hear what's happening right now.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It was wild. Look, guys, we're not going to fucking dive deep into this. It's been all you guys have heard now for a long time. We do need to preface that and be very open and translucent here with our timeline of this.
Transparent. Keep going.
Translucent, transparent. I mean,
I guess it's the same thing. It's just
one
like
and the
not
same.
commonly referred to as translucency.
well, I think translucence is like actually not quite as clear as transparent, right? Like it's like frosted glass, which is okay. I'm okay with being frosted glass.
That's
to you
fine.
people.
Yeah, and did you kill a PG&E guy or?
Yeah, that's my dad's old.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. All right. Anyway, sorry.
It's gonna. He's Sasquatch
yeah.
wanted to wear it on the next episode.
Oh yes. Oh, so we're okay. So he's putting in requests now.
Well,
okay, fair enough.
He's got it like that, man.
I guess. Yeah.
Some people.
Easy. So glad we're getting new ones of those.
Yeah, me too. Sounds like that fucking song. What was that song like the early 2000s? And it started with the bed squeaking.
Yeah. I smoked 2 joints in the morning.
Not that
wasn't
song.
it. That wasn't it at all. Yeah. No, it's not. It was no.
Smoke Two Joints is
Two Joints
absolutely
at
a
night.
Bob Marley song.
No.
A bunch of people redid it though.
Oh, Sublime.
Sublime
I was thinking
redid it.
Okay, they used it as like a hook, maybe. And anyway, fucking whatever. We're off topic already. 5 minutes.
You said dumb shit.
That's true. I'll own it this time. I'll own it.
Anyways, we're gonna be transparent or translucent,
Whichever
I don't
you
know.
prefer.
I think translucent is.
Anyway.
Anyway,
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Okay.
like about the timeline of where we're at here, because as we're recording this, it's only
You
been
guys, yeah.
6 days since the assassination attempt, right?
Yeah.
Like it's now Friday.
Right.
It happened on Saturday, so it's been 6 days.
Right. But if you guys are listening to these in sequential order,
Yeah, if you're listening to them in sequential order, like if you're listening to them as they come out,
then the last podcast you listened to
was funny enough us trying to take a guess at what was going to happen with the election in the next
month and a half.
Post-debate.
Post-debate, yeah, after the debate debacle.
and we recorded that 3 weeks ago.
Right.
2 weeks ago, right after the debate. Like
It was
week.
right after the debate,
Yeah.
yeah. And neither one of us, by the way, put in for assassination attempt.
No, we didn't. Thank God, though.
Yeah.
Because Alexa listening.
No, 100%. And I think both of us, well, we both talked about how we thought the Democrats would want Biden to step down, which they are effectively trying to get done right now.
Still doing, yeah.
And he said, "Fuck you, not doing that."
There's actually something interesting there too.
I know. And he also has no thought of like pushing for Kamala either. Like he's not going to endorse her. He's not going to endorse her either, which we said probably wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
On the Democrat side at all.
Okay, wait, we're going way too far.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
We're going way too far. There's too much information here.
Yes.
Okay. So, that being the timeline, you guys are getting this probably, who knows, a long time after the assassination attempt. There will be more information when you guys 100%. Are hearing this for the first time than we have now, even though we've gotten a lot since then already. Anybody, processing it the last week has gotten a lot of stuff. We're not going to go into all those details because they're everywhere all over the internet. None of them match still, except for the ones they've set in stone.
Really?
And
none of it's true. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so we don't really know. So we're not going to talk about it. We're not going to just make random guesses as to what's happening here. I have my thoughts, just coming from a law enforcement standpoint. I have my thoughts, but thoughts that no one else needs to hear because they're just thoughts.
Yeah, it becomes like a weird political / conspiracist sort of thing that we're not really getting into. Well, I mean, we both love conspiracy theories, but this is literally unfolding.
Yeah, it's too fresh to be a conspiracy theory yet. We don't have all the information to make a theory on it.
Right. What I think is super crazy is like I was alive for Reagan when he got shot, right?
Sure.
Granted, I was only 5. I don't remember it by any means, but I was alive. I was on the earth, and that was the last. I know what you're gonna say. That was the last time there was an attempt on the president that we saw, in real time.
Yeah.
There was shots fired at the
White House.
When Clinton was at fucking Camp David.
Yeah, he wasn't even at.
He wasn't there, but they still said that there was assassination attempt.
It was an AK, wasn't he? Didn't he have an AK?
I don't even know. It was so weird. Anyway, the point is, if the president isn't there, then he didn't try. They didn't try. You're not very good.
He tried.
Yeah,
in his brain, but
sure
to literally zero avail because the guy wasn't even in the same state.
Right. Clinton wasn't bleeding because that guy shot at the White House when he was at Camp David.
Do people and I didn't even realize this till after high school probably. I didn't even think about it. Do people think that fucking president just sits in that Oval Office all day long? He just gets up, goes straight there, and he's there till he goes to bed at night.
That's kind of a funny thing. That is kind of an interesting point, right? Because
you're gonna pull up on the street on Pennsylvania Avenue and just let the chopper go.
That's it. Yeah. That window right there, that's where he's got to be. That's the Oval Office or whatever. Yeah.
And the White House lawn's 200 yards wide. Isn't it? It's the big lawn.
Yeah, it's big. Yeah, a couple football fields.
Yeah, that AK not going over there.
Well,
I don't remember what he had, but.
Yeah, I just think it is interesting that you bring that up because I'm curious, actually. That is kind of growing up, you don't think about that kind of shit. You have no idea that your mom and dad go to work, right? They go to work.
Yeah.
They're at work.
They're at work. That's what you process.
Yeah, that's what you process. You don't get into the intricate details of what they do at work.
Sure.
Or even if they have an office or whatever. Or if they're just out and about doing their thing,
driving
a lot of people are at work, right? The president probably I can't put a number on it. Just pure guess, obviously, but I bet you that dude isn't in the Oval Office once a week.
Yeah, maybe. How often is he even at the White House?
Right, exactly. What's funny though is if you watch those shows, you watch,
they're always there.
The West Wing,
great
House of Cards, Madam Secretary's one.
Yeah,
fucking pick
and maybe shit. For all I fucking know, he could be there all the time. I have no idea.
Maybe it is.
I just doubt it.
But it's just hilarious because 80% of that show's in the White House. Yeah. In they
never
Oval
leave the White House.
The West Wing. They never fucking leave. Yeah, no, they're just there the entire time. Yeah,
yeah.
So it's kind of interesting. It's kind of
do they even actually sleep at the White House?
I mean, Apparently.
I think it's becoming less and less because like Trump was always at Mar-a-Lago
Yeah. So
and Biden always in Delaware
true.
at his house in Delaware.
Right. Yeah, I don't see it. So obviously it becomes a very an almost impossible task for the Secret Service. I'm not bringing up this shooting, by the way.
Yeah.
But almost an impossible task for security at their own house. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it
if
is
you're
wild.
a president. That is nuts.
Someone
on
should,
a
if
new level.
someone here is ex-Secret Service, you should let us know if the president sleeps there a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I would. So that's a great question.
I
'cause
wanna
I have no
know.
idea. I know.
feel like the White House is like the crash pad. Like you go there to work and you go home. Or like if you get done early, whatever getting done early while running a country means.
Yeah.
Like, and you're like, oh, I can make it back to Delaware or Mar-a-Lago, by 7 o'clock tonight.
Right.
Because I have a jet that has jets.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
To take me right there.
Yeah. So. Yeah. You got a constant.
At what point do you think they're going to put a golf course on the grounds of the White House? Because like these dudes golf all the time.
2025,
A
baby.
lot. That's funny.
Hell yeah.
Like a lot. Like these. Like every every president we've had. I don't know about Bush, but like Obama, Trump, and Biden. Like those are all like they're very big into golf. Clinton.
Yeah.
Like these guys are golfing. It looks
Senior.
like 3 or 4
Senior.
times a week.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, I mean, maybe we just put one there, like a dope one.
Seriously.
Who's that one dude that always designs the sick courses?
You've got a couple of them. I mean, it would be a Jack Nicklaus course, of course. I would think.
Yeah, Nicholas
Yeah.
course. Like maybe he's got one stashed away he never like actually had built.
Yeah.
Put that on the lawn.
So that's funny. Like we were, it was one of the tournaments we were watching recently where they were talking about like how it was a Nicholas design course. And
Yeah.
I started thinking about it. I'm like,
Nicholas and his wife, right?
yeah. So what's
that what
funny is like you think about like all those courses that are new, like the brand new courses that they've just built. Pete Dye,
That's the one I was thinking of.
Nicholas. Those are the two big ones, right? So, but like I thought about that the other day. I thought about it when we were watching a tournament over the last like probably month or something, and I was like thinking, and they were playing a Nicholas course, right? And I'm like, I wonder if that motherfucker was ever even there, because the dude's up there, like he's old as fuck now.
Yeah,
but
no.
but even when he was like, dude, he's drawing shit on a piece of paper. You know what? Like, I wonder, and I'm not going to say that. I'm in the industry. I went to college for it.
Yeah.
I had a little bit of inside information on kind of that whole situation or whatever. Sure. But like, dude, that guy was getting paid to sign his name on that course.
Yeah.
Pete Dye, that's different.
That's
like,
different. That's what he does for a living.
But the Nicholas design courses that's his own. That's a company, right? His company
well, like
or his
Tiger's
family
got
company.
his course now.
Sure.
Maybe he'd put a little bit more into it. Who knows, but
And so like if you look at a Nicholas course and you look at a Pete Dye course,
yeah,
there are specific things you're going to find at that course. You're going to see that is the same.
Pete Dye was the one where his wife had a lot of input to the courses, and all the greens are in some way shaped like a heart.
Yeah. So there's, other than that, there's like specific things like Pete Dye has a certain kind of bunker.
That he
Nicholas
likes,
has a certain kind of bunker setup or whatever.
I mean,
there's certain things like that. But honestly, it's one of those things where it's like, it has to check 12 boxes.
Yeah.
And then I'll sign off on it.
Sure.
I'm sure in the beginning they were drawing out the fucking
Bro, it's like when these basketball players like have a chip flavor of Ruffles. Do you think that guy was at Frito-Lay like there while they were running past like what he wanted and all the fucking flavor profiles? No.
Also hilarious that you just brought that up.
fucking what's the word I'm looking for? Damn it, I lost it. See, that's bad podcasting.
Translucency?
No. Clear but not clear.
Yeah.
No, spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Those chips are all terrible.
Yeah, fucking horrible.
The cheddar sour cream flamin' hot mix that LeBron put out tastes like fucking sour socks. It was so gross. Yeah. I almost vomited. I didn't even eat the bag. I bought it at work. I took a bite and I was like, I actually can't eat this $4 bag of chips.
Two things. I'll start with the LeBron thing because you brought his name up.
Why?
So I keep seeing these things on Instagram or YouTube, one of the two, I can't remember. Probably both, but probably mostly Facebook because it's kind of mostly a Facebook thing. Have you seen the things where it's like LeBron is the GOAT? Like, okay, so like they'll say things like...
This is what my face did on your side like this?
Yeah. Me
Those
too.
of you just listening.
Right. I grew up watching Jordan, by the way. Anyway, thing is, okay, so they have these things on Facebook and Instagram where you'll like see these deals where it's like, they'll put out this thing where it's like, someone will say that in today's NBA, Jordan couldn't compete.
Yeah. I've seen it.
I saw a thing the other day that said, in the same kind of line of thought process, was like, if Jerry Rice played in today's football, he wouldn't even be in the NFL. Here's the thing. Okay.
Continue.
The reason they say shit like that, I know a lot of it's bullshit, right? But people will argue this point because Jordan 30 years ago was the most ridiculous thing that's ever happened in basketball, right?
Yeah.
The dude took that game to a level that arguably no one's ever done ever. Sure. And I include that fucking clown in LA.
Yeah.
And you're going to honestly tell me that, like, because of the competition now, the way they came up, the training that they were able to get, the technology in how they practice.
I know what you're saying.
Right?
Yeah.
So if you took an athlete from the 80s and brought him into today's NFL, NBA, check whatever fucking box you want.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, there would be no competing. However, if Jordan got the training from small child that these guys got, he would still be way better like he was then. That scale slides.
Everything else has to go with that thought.
Yeah.
You can't just say Babe Ruth is never going to play in today's Major League Baseball because he was hitting 75-mile-an-hour fastballs, and these guys are trying to hit 100-mile-an-hour fastballs that sink, right? Yeah. Okay, yeah, right. He was also playing with a fucking bat that was literally cut from a piece of a trunk of a fucking tree, clown. Like, what? So you're telling me that you give that motherfucker an aluminum bat or a Louisville Slugger that's built right now, and he trained coming up in the same.
Yeah.
You're telling me that dude's not hitting 500-yard or 500 feet home runs? You're out of your fucking mind. They're like, you're telling me Jordan would have put up 70?
I understand.
Come on, man. What are we doing? And that one was like, everybody, if it wasn't for fucking Jordan's rings, there wouldn't even be a question. You know what? There's the answer.
Yeah.
Okay? 6. Not 6.
Like 3, right?
Right. Something like that. But yeah, 1 for each team that he played. So he played for Miami, Cleveland, and the Lakers.
He didn't get one for the Lakers yet.
Yeah, he has. I'm pretty sure he did.
No, he doesn't.
Okay, anyway, he's got 3.
2 for Cleveland.
Yeah, there it is. So anyway, like, you guys...
Or 2 for the Heat.
You're not making the argument right. Like, I get it. You're probably just fucking around and trolling, but people get that way. But it's like, if you took that athlete and gave him the same thing that these athletes have now, it's not even the same. You're still not playing the same game.
No.
Jordan still in the flu game is beating everybody on the fucking court when he's puking in a fucking bucket.
Yeah.
Right. It's not the same. Like, you guys aren't looking at it, right? Like, you're a LeBron fan. Cool, man. Enjoy it. Hope you can fucking do the same thing for his kid that can't put up a fucking 4 points. And
I saw something the other day. They were like, it was like Bronny had a really good game. He put up like 12 points. I'm like,
yeah,
Christ.
Yeah. The first 6 he put up 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, we're not talking about the same guy.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. Cut from the different cloth is what that is. Yeah.
He was cut from the cleaning rag.
You brought up
the laundry room.
You brought up the chip thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you've had a chance, but you need to. Have you seen Receiver yet? You haven't.
No, on Netflix.
Okay,
I watched Quarterback.
Yeah, great. Receiver, excellent. Devontae, they follow him, right? So you're talking about the chip thing.
Yeah.
So midway through the season last year, he went to Taco Bell headquarters.
To do the fucking Adams box or whatever it was.
They brought him down just to like,
Headquarters.
dude,
That's a stupid thing to say.
yeah, in Irvine or where down there, right there. So he's down there, and they bring him into the fucking area, like Area 51, where like they're
Taco Area
all these
51?
and they say, we have all these chefs that are making. I'm like, chef, like yeah,
Loose.
we yeah. Jordan and LeBron. Anyway, yeah. So they bring him into this deal, and they're testing out food, right? Like they're making all these new shit. You know what they had? They had a Baja Blast key lime pie.
Jesus Christ.
And it looked amazing. They had all this shit. Like they he was like, this is the coolest moment of my whole life. I'm like, really, bro? It's a great show, dude.
Taco Bell has a fucking crunch wrap now that's made with a ginormous Cheez-It.
Yeah.
Fuck are you guys doing? You guys
Yeah.
get so baked before you go into work.
Yeah.
They're like, hey.
16 times the size of a normal Cheez-It, by the way.
Sure.
In case you're
Awesome. And
wondering.
then they also had it, so like we might as well make a tostada too.
Soggy.
Yeah. Gross.
You know what it is? Soggy.
You know what that fucking is? Not a fucking Cheez-It.
It's not the same
Just
thing.
because it's yellow and square doesn't make it a fucking Cheez-It.
LeBron?
Yeah.
Bronny, or whatever the fuck his dumb name is.
Isn't that so dumb that he named like LeBron and Bronny? Like,
I mean, it's better than like Kanye naming his kid North and South.
is it? That's fucking hilarious.
I mean, it is kind of funny.
Like, listen. Kim, listen. Northwest.
Yeah. Babe, just chill. Look. North. That fucking shit. That's the dumbest thing. I think we went on that rant back in the day about like how celebrities like pick the dumbest fucking
We
names
did.
in the world for
Yeah,
their
we did.
kids. Like
Somewhere in there we did.
Summertime.
Yeah, it's just like Moon Fellow or something.
Yeah. Because Brad Pitt and Angelina went off on their kid. And
They were just randomly drawing letters from the bag and like putting a name together.
Right. Like, yeah, Summer's Eve. That's not the right one. Don't, please. That's not a girl, is it?
Don't
Like-
wash with that one.
No. Yeah.
Does
And they were like,
smell like wild hibiscus?
serious. Oh, God. Dude. Yeah. You get pissed off and just call her douche? I mean,
Yeah.
there was
Hey, pussy
dude.
soap.
Yeah. Yeah, seriously. Twat soap. Bring me another beer, would you?
Yeah. No, we are going to get beer right now. Funny you should ask.
Oh.
Beer time.
Nice.
So I have a, last week we started the the glasses.
Yeah.
So I went back.
You did.
I did.
Okay. So we got more.
We had a lot.
already had more.
Yeah, we have a lot more.
Nice.
Yeah, we had more though. But I kind of I widened my range. Nothing I
what
bought
regard?
today is a pint glass.
Okay.
They're all different kinds of glasses.
So here we were going on this whole thing where we were just going to do pint
I know.
glasses so that we could put
But
them
here's
all
the
up,
problem.
make
I've
them
been to
look
a
pretty.
few thrift stores, and like, let me tell you, the only pint glass random bars from around the world are wearing low
Oh, okay.
in the Tennessee thrift store department.
Sure. Well, yeah, it's small. We could eBay. We need to eBay some. Maybe we could find some eBay
There's
ones.
like someone has like a box of 50 or something.
Oh, I'm sure there's a fellow
Somebody.
eBay member that
It doesn't matter. These are sick.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no
A lot of them are I can't read. The German.
Okay.
Some of them are German. I have a feeling a lot of them are just a beer, like a kind of beer,
Oh, I gotcha.
right? Like
I wonder if we could Google translate them.
we will. That's what we're
okay.
gonna do.
Okay,
And
cool.
we're gonna fucking figure out like who makes this, how long they've been making it.
I'm down.
Like, okay, so we're gonna grab from just the new bag today.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. We'll go back to the other bag next.
That's fine. I mean, look, man, whatever we got to do. Dude, was there a time, getting back to the whole Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt thing, there was a time where they were just like they went on a tear of just buying kids. You remember that?
They like
Dude, they swept up like a dozen of them, like overseas, different areas. They started, I mean, it was like a whole factory thing going on. It was
factory.
yeah. It was like I don't know what the deal was, man. They were just buying up all kinds of kids, different colors and stuff. I mean, they were having like
I guess
having
I'm
a
just gonna
fucking
have you
time.
pick one, man. There's some pretty big ones at the bottom.
Yeah. I didn't really want to get that one. It looks like a fucking wine glass. Oh, that's a little guy.
It's okay. You can fill it up twice.
I wonder if they named them or if they just went with their.
I'm just gonna grab this one because it's already like.
You think they just
open.
maybe
It's
just
half
got
open.
their names? They just went with the names that they were already given in like Africa or wherever they bought them from?
No, I don't think that.
No? You think maybe they decided to rename? Is that weird to rename a kid?
I'm not sure.
Like once you get them, like once you have
dog.
possession of a kid,
this
like
one's
one-
in English.
like once you take possession of a kid that's not that wasn't yours to begin with.
What do you got?
Do you go with?
No, give me that one back.
Okay.
I saw that one and I was like, you know what? No.
Okay.
I almost didn't buy that one,
Okay.
but it was there and it's 50 cents, so I bought
Well,
it.
just grab me one. I don't need to go through the whole rigmarole.
Okay, here you go.
Okay, thanks.
You end up with the wine glass one.
Yeah, perfect. Fucking A.
Mine's
Awesome.
like a cappuccino glass. I don't know if you saw that.
It is, yeah, I see that. it's a mini Stein or whatever they call
It's a
them.
Stein.
Yeah.
What's that one?
Oh, crystal.
Crystal. What does it say?
So, where her?
I didn't grab that one. I didn't really grab that one.
Man, that's a
Oh, it is German.
fucking doozy.
Okay, so mine's got a boat on it, and I
Probably
mean
what-
boat like a pirate ship, and it says Phillips Harbor Place.
Like Captain Phillips? I'm the captain now.
Look at me. I am Captain now.
Yeah.
I don't know. You gonna Google yours first?
Yeah, that's probably what, I wonder if that's what they said, like Angelina. Were they like, man, that's a doozy. Let's just rename them. We should just.
Well, I had a thought. Like,
Okay.
it's really a thought, and my laughter was me contemplating where I wanted to say it or not. You know what I mean?
Those are the best ones.
Gotta rub all the fucking. Gotta wipe all the poor people off of these glasses. God damn it!
Oh no!
We're getting kicked off of this place. I apologize.
I
love thrift stores.
found a collectible version of these on eBay.
a collectible version.
Collectible beer mugs for sale.
Cool. Do you want that?
I do. I
Yeah.
definitely want that.
While you
yeah.
clean, I'm gonna Google mine. Phillips Harbor Place. I mean, how many of those are there though? Like, there's a Phillips. Okay, let's see. Watch it be a
This is-
cappuccino shop.
This is definitely a beer. The name of a beer. I
Phillips
believe.
Harbor Place. Found it. Got it. Baltimore, Maryland. Oh, we're in the
shit.
old. What do they call
Finally, we found it in the U.S. of A.
that? What do they call it? What's that right there?
Baltimore?
Chesapeake Bay,
Okay. Yeah.
right? Phillips Seafood. Oh, it's a restaurant. Pratt Street Power Plant. Oh, it's located in a power plant. That's good. You know.
That's good for you.
Okay, Baltimore Pratt Street. What are we got? Philip. Oh, this is it. Look, same font.
Okay. Yeah, you found her.
Phillips Harbor Place.
Good for you.
Happy hour, $4 drinks. Located in Baltimore, Maryland is famous for its crabs, and you'll have plenty on the menu. From cream of crab soup and cheesy Chesapeake crab dip to seafood Cobb salad and crab stuffed shrimp, our kitchen certainly gets creative with crab. All about the crabs over
A
there.
lot of crabs.
Chesapeake Bay, man.
I got crabs.
Yep, right there down the
They
docks,
got
man.
crabs.
Dick's Last Resort, Baltimore.
Sierra Special. That's this.
That's interesting.
Durher. This is not it.
We're gonna find, I believe, that some of these came from the same guy.
What? Oh,
Oops.
these guys?
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Not this Phillips place.
Particular
The same
one.
person, the same patron.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Pratt Street. So yeah, so this is a restaurant. I'm gonna go to their menu. Locations. Baltimore. Yeah, it's just Baltimore. Grocery products.
that
What
really
the
didn't
hell are you
work.
talking about? So yeah, it's a restaurant and I'm assuming bar. Looks good. Got a menu. Menu looks good. Opens at 12 p.m. Closes. Open Monday through Friday at 12 p.m. Doesn't say when it closes. Tuna poke nachos. Yeah, I'm good. Sounds delicious. Steamed shrimp, calamari, red pepper calamari, pot stickers. They're good food, man. Well, they're good sounding food. All right, yeah. So it's a seafood restaurant and bar in Baltimore, right on the water, on the docks. I love it. That's cool. This is definitely like a cappuccino glass, right?
Yeah. I mean, it looks like it.
Phillips Harbor Place. I like it. I like it a lot. Now we get to put beer in it. Did you find yours yet?
Yeah, I mean, I've got as far as
I didn't even see it yet. What does it say? Do you even know what it says?
Yeah.
Chris Stahl, and it does say Stahl. Where?
W-H...
W-U-H-R-E-R. Yeah. It's got an insignia too, but I can't read it, ladies and gentlemen. I can't read the insignia. It's kind of washed off maybe. Birra Special. B-I-R-R-A Special.
Yeah, got it.
Where's it at? As far as like
An
where
everyday beer with a delicately 1846.
that place was?
Yeah.
What is the name of the brewery? Is it Cristal, the brewery?
Holy.
I gotta look it up now too. Cristal. It's like Cristal.
I'm trying to find like a. Okay.
Dude, that's a weird language. Okay, here it is. Oh yeah, there it is right there. No shit. Untapped.
23.
Birra
Wow.
Peroni was this one. This is the what? Birra Special. Yeah. Oh yeah. Italy. Is it what?
Yeah, I think it is.
It's made in Italy, but they're like German maybe? What the hell?
I don't know what Werher is.
That's the
Is the brand that still represents a high quality Italian beer at
no shit.
accessible prices. So it's an Italian beer
Got it.
named that.
This all says vintage, like that beer's not around anymore. Crista, we're Birra Specialitas Beer Glass Beck. See that? I just don't.
I mean, there's some shit like there's
Oh
some
no
beer
shit! There
cans.
it is, right there.
There's some beer cans that look like motor oil cans from
Yeah.
back in the day.
Yeah,
Pop the cap,
yeah,
you
the
know?
pop cop thing.
Yeah. Vintage Crystal Werher beer can, Italy. Yep.
Yep.
60s
they're still making
Italian
it.
beer.
Werrer is the name of the brand.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to drink American beer out of this motherfucker, so let's do it.
Yeah. Yeah, so Werrer is like someone's last name or something. Pairing egg pasta, polenta, beef, pork, cheese, potato,
Sure.
gnocchi.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Not going to do that. Wow. So we got Baltimore, Maryland at like a seafood bar. And then we got Italian. Obviously German roots, right? That's German.
God, I would hope so.
Yeah.
Put that other one right next to it.
Oh,
Let's take
okay.
some pictures of the biatch. Maybe you can hold or do something.
I can hold them. Watch.
Yeah, there it is. Great.
Got it.
It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable. All right. We also have new beers today.
I can't wait to drink more beer.
They're made by the same people that made that Dr. Robot.
No.
Except it's not a sour.
Okay.
I had another 6-pack in my hand. Actually, it was already in the cart, and then I saw the name of this beer, and it got put back, and this one got put in the cart.
Okay. Death Raper. Wait.
Oh my God.
Raptor.
Why are you always messing up the names? That was your time to shine. Death Raptor.
That's cool.
It's got pictures of velociraptors on it.
It does.
They're like more like T-Rex.
Monday Night Brewing Killer IPA.
That's what it's. The Death Raptor Killer IPA. No story. Brewed in Atlanta, Georgia. It was 6.9%, and that's all we get.
That's all we get.
I'm in.
Okay.
The box said best to be destroyed by. Instead of like Best Buy date, it said best to be killed or destroyed by like this date.
Adorbs.
There is not a lot of beer going to fit in this glass. I'm gonna tell you.
I'm going to talk to Steve about this if we put him on the podcast, but I watched that fucker. I watched him pour a beer into a glass the other night.
Yeah,
Just like straight up poured that
like
bitch
the
in.
nitro kind of
There
style.
was nope. I'm talking like it was a fucking what are the
Bush peach.
Yeah. Apparently he doesn't like suds or something because that thing was filled
beer.
with suds.
No head.
All head.
all head.
All head, son. I'm talking porn star head.
Yeah, like he.
I'm
just
talking that bitch was to the T, balls and all. I'm bringing it up. I'm busting his ass out. I watched that and I was like, I felt bad for that beer and that motherfucker. And I don't ever want to drink that beer ever. I felt bad for it. It was Busch. I don't give a fuck about Busch. I mean, America, I give a fuck about Busch, but not the beer. And I felt fucking bad. I was watching that thing. It took him 28 minutes to get the fucking head out of that beer. And then, like, what is it? Now it's Mexican soda?
flat.
You don't want to burp?
Yeah.
That's part of the experience, pal. Let's fucking buckle up, God damn. Like, I couldn't believe it. I was watching, I thought I was in fucking Matrix. I was like, what the fuck is happening right now? I'm bringing it back up. When he gets on the podcast, I'm bringing it up 100%.
This thing fucking got
This thing did too. Yeah, I talk all this shit. Look at this, like halfway. Fucking 28 minutes later, we're gonna fucking be drinking beer. I might as well just drink it out of the can. Fuck it, let's try it.
Yeah, you know.
Cheers.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, it smells like an IPA.
Fucking thank God.
Yeah, okay. It's like every IPA from 15 years ago.
I mean, it is. I'm looking around trying to find.
The Union Jack?
Yeah, it does have like a
It's downstairs.
Roots. Union Jack
yeah.
Roots.
Yeah, it's just like, it's every fucking IPA from 15 years ago. And maybe that's what they were going for. Killer IPA.
You know
Maybe
what,
they're trying
though?
to like really bang on like a
It
fucking...
actually is a little fruity. A little more fruity than Union.
It's not as bitter as Union.
No.
At the end, though, it does kind of get that little kind of thing going on. It's not bad.
This is the second beer I've had since the 4th of July.
Really? Not bad, huh?
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah. It's fucking rough.
Happening to my fucking... Look at this.
I don't know. Look at mine. Mine did the same thing. It's got a little, like, pre-cum or something. I don't know what the fuck's happening.
Please don't say that. Please don't say those things.
You know what this looks like? It looks like what you would do when you got, like, a fucking root beer float.
Scoop around.
Yeah, you got like apparently, but there's no ice cream in here.
Yeah, no.
But it looks like root beer float foam.
Yeah. No, yeah, I know what you mean. Like when the cream hits the carbonation.
Yeah. I wonder if that's the glasses or the beer.
Like because they're stemmed, they just...
Like because they're fucking, we didn't really clean them.
Oh, don't say things like that.
Fucking man.
Fentanyl in them.
47 years it took me to puke off beer. Might as well get it over with now.
Yeah.
It's not that bad, really.
I don't dislike this. I mean,
No, I mean,
it's just like it's an IPA. It is what it is. Mm-hmm. There's nothing shining bright like a diamond, and there's nothing that makes me not want to drink it.
definitely nothing stands out, but I mean, so be it.
The only thing that makes me not want to drink it is because there's better IPAs now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wish I had a story on the can, and I feel like this is why every brewery needs to do that.
Because like what? So you can get a backstory on how shitty it is, or
No,
like
because like if your thought here was like, look, we've been all making all these crazy IPAs. Like we wanted to make an IPA that was back to like IPA's roots, and like we worked really hard to get like what we thought was a really really good version of like an original IPA. Then I'd be like, damn, you guys did a fucking bang up job.
Well, maybe we should get a hold of them. Maybe we do that for them.
Yeah, like we should write the stories.
Yeah, because they suck at it, or in this case, don't have it at all.
Don't have it. Like you put cool can art on it, and then
Like you failed on the story, man.
it's important.
If you're gonna have a can like this, it is. Like I
Yeah.
get it if it's
This
fucking
guy's got
Union Jack
fucking-
or
there's-
Bud Light. Like I don't need a fucking story for that.
Yeah.
America, fuck yeah. All right, perfect. Vote for Trump. Bud Light. Woo. You know.
Like I just wish, you know, that's why I think the story on the can's important.
But yeah, otherwise, if you've got can art like this,
you were
like-
going for something.
do they? What's the other one? Robots.
Dr. Robot. That was that sour. It wasn't sour.
Right. But I guess my curiosity lies with the, like, if you're going to have beers like this, if you're going to have, like, can art like this,
Yeah.
you lose points by not having
Yeah.
the reason that you have. Why is it called Death Raptor?
Right.
Right? Why does it have can art that depicts dinosaurs? Did you know that there was a dinosaur that had 500 teeth?
Yep. Yes, I did. I have a funny story about that dinosaur.
Do you know the name of it?
Yeah, I know the name of it. Yes. So this is even better.
Is it? Your story is better than what I was about to say the name of that fucking dinosaur was?
Yep.
Amazing. We're going to put it up on the cat. I don't think we should say it, but we could definitely put
It's
it up.
what it's called.
I know.
Let me get it so I can pronounce it correctly so that no one can say that I'm saying it wrong and saying it wrong on purpose to say the other word that no one's allowed to say anymore.
There's not a hard R anyway. Is there?
The fuck there isn't.
Oh, but there's not two G's. We get away with it.
So does that make it a Niger?
Nigersaurus?
That's
saying the other one.
That's not what I want to say when I look at that.
That's what I'm saying. Like you don't want to slide into the
Here,
G.
I type
That's all
in
I'm
a-
saying.
I'll
No?
let Google say.
Really?
I can let Google tell you how to say it.
No. Okay, here we go. Live. We don't have any idea what this means.
Well, I have no idea what she's about to say. You guys hear that? No
Okay.
idea.
There's a fucking star here
Yeah,
somewhere
asterisk.
that says, an asterisk. We have no idea.
I'm gonna even slow it down.
Nigersaurus.
See?
Nigersaurus.
Niger.
That's not what it looks like when you look at it, though.
Yeah, because you
Anyways.
want to slide the G. Let's
Yeah.
just be honest, man. I mean,
Regardless, I have a funny story.
okay, good. Yeah.
So, I am going to my homie's son's birthday party, number 2.
okay.
And I'm like, hey man,
Got
like,
it.
what's he into? Like the year before, I got him like a tricycle with like a canvas cover, and like, anyways, I'm like, he's already got that. He's still not old enough to use that. Like, like what's he actually into? He's gonna play with. You know,
As guys, we buy gifts for kids, especially boys,
Like,
that
I
they're
think
gonna
it's cool.
grow into.
Yeah,
But in the
yeah.
meantime,
I
we're
t-
breaking that bitch in.
I told him, I said, I'm gonna get him a fucking one of those Lifetime humidor bags. I'm gonna put 2 cigars in there and tell him he can't open it till he turns 18.
Like a time
Anyways,
capsule.
Yeah, yeah. So he's like, he really likes dinosaurs and coloring and trucks. And he's like, I'm like, so does he already have like an all metal Tonka truck? Yeah, he's already got that. I'm like, okay, but he likes trucks. Perfect. So I go to Walmart. I get him like 2 like monster truck, like, you know, the ones you push and let them go and they fucking take off.
Hell yeah.
So I got him like 2 of those, like bigger ones though. And then I'm like, okay, the dinosaurs are right next to it. And leave it to fucking Walmart to have a Nigersaurus.
Really?
And it says the name right across the fucking front. And I'm like, well, he's getting a Nigersaurus.
yeah. I mean,
Wrap that thing up.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. So grab that, threw that in the bag
Yeah,
with
yeah.
his coloring books. And I'm like, I got to his house and I'm like, put it on the gift table. And I'm like, I'm staring at him like, you need to be there when he opens that package, bud. And he's like, what? And he's like, I'm just like, I want you to go look in it right now. He goes over. He goes in the bag, and I'm like, look at the dinosaur. He pulls it out and just immediately erupts into belly laughter. And then this kid opens it, and afterwards, like everyone's leaving, and Kobe goes over to his wife, my homie. He's like, did you see that dinosaur that Cody got for Lincoln? And she's like, yeah, I saw it. And I'm like, he's like, did you see what it was called? She's like, no. He's like, go get it. She starts laughing. Then Kobe goes over, brings it over. He's like, Mom, look at this. Fucking dinosaur made a tour around the whole party.
Yeah. You can't make shit like that up, man.
It's so weird.
God, it is weird. I wonder if it was like, was that country of origin?
Yeah, maybe it was found in Niger.
I guess. Or, is that how they say it? Niger?
They don't say the other one.
Yeah.
You're getting real flirting with a line, bud.
Yeah, I know. I just like, you want to, what would you call it? Like, it's got to have 2 G's, right?
Yeah.
It's just like you just roll your G's.
You have, I think the 2 G's.
Don't roll your G's.
I think the
Yeah.
double G's make the ig sound.
Yeah. 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 It's not good.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. I don't know, man. That was a weird one. It's just like, it's fucked up. It's fucked up because it's like how do you, like that dinosaur never gets any play.
No, not one.
And it's got 500 teeth, man.
Yeah, the most teeth out of any
dinosaur ever, right?
any dinosaur
Or that
ever.
they've
He
discovered.
also looks like a drum, though, just so we're all aware. A fish drum.
Fuck that thing.
He looks like a drum. He looks like this.
Yeah. Looks like fucking Myrtle the turtle, except yeah. He's like Myrtle the turtle, but a dinosaur.
It's like Myrtle the turtle was also retarded.
Yeah, you can't say that anymore either.
If Myrtle the turtle was humongous with 500 teeth and fucked a drum, that's what that dinosaur would
And
be.
then just walk around all day like this.
Yeah.
That's what when I see that, that's him. And it's always a he.
Yeah.
The dinosaur always.
When that fucking thing came walking through the jungle, all the other dinosaurs were like, God, here comes Fred. Let's act like we're be quiet, hide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't ask him a question.
Don't mention his teeth.
Yeah. Whatever you say, and don't. Yeah, don't use.
And the black dinosaur was like, don't say his name.
You think they're that way? But I don't know, man. You never know.
Oh man. Any Hoosers? I want. Do you want to start talking a little bit about last Saturday? I am going to figure out if there's a story about this beer because I'm upset at it. It's going to lose points if I don't get a story.
It's actually better in the glass when it's been sitting and doesn't have any more
fizzies. Mm-hmm. So it's going to lose points if I'm sorry. You see what happens when I open for some reason when I open my phone, I immediately click Facebook. It's just like something that happens.
That's a weird thing. For me, it's Instagram. I
Really?
don't know why.
So like I was
It's
just
so
like it literally
weird.
happened, right? So I'm sitting here telling you what I'm about to do, and I look down, and I just out of the
You were
corner
already-
of my eye,
Yeah.
all I see is a giant word, and it says sperm.
Oh.
I'm just going to read this. I haven't even read it yet. I'm just going to read it aloud. Woman develops IQ of 220 after drinking sperm every day for a year. A student from UCLA was just
not
achieved
real.
the highest score in history on an IQ test designed by Mensa, and she claims her astonishing result is due to her daily ingestion of sperm.
It's bullshit.
I heard that
That
a
is
while ago, but goddamn, that's funny. Any Hoosers. Monday Night Brewing, that's what I'm going to.
So you want me to talk about last Saturday? Jesus Christ.
What?
I need to turn off Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah, I just saw a lady dunk a chicken wing in ranch, put it in her mouth, and come out just clean.
it. Was it a
bone.
flat or a drum?
It's flat?
Oh,
It's pretty easy
rookie.
to do. Yeah, seriously.
Now you do that with a drum?
Yeah, show me something.
Yeah,
huh?
we're gonna talk here.
Yeah.
Menu. I got a menu. I don't want the West Midtown. I just want the fucking breweries. Fuck.
I don't think we need to talk anymore about last Saturday, right?
We already know. We all know what happens. We all know all the information that's out there. I'm happy that.
Here's what I will
I'm happy
talk
that
about.
more people weren't hurt. I feel very sorry for that firefighter's family because we lost that guy.
Was he a chief?
He was chief, yeah, out of
It's unfortunate for sure.
Buffalo, I believe. Yeah, it's an unfortunate event. I'll just give my general synopsis of like what I have now, as far as like what I think. I think that we have a mixture here of incompetent police work and
At the highest level.
at the highest level and at the local level, and you kind of get
every
that.
level for sure.
And you get that when you're mixing agencies like that, especially a lot of them. You know, you're getting city, county, and then the secret fucking service, and then the guys in the Cry Precision who no one asks questions about, and no one even wonders. I'm not going to mention those guys. Anyways, besides the fact, I think we have a mixture of really incompetent police work and compromised people.
Yeah.
And I think that's why it's so confusing still a week afterwards, is because you can't look to one side or the other because both happened, I think. Call it a conspiracy that like someone would, you know, within try to kill a president. That's never happened before.
Yeah.
That's a joke.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, I was letting it soak in.
Okay.
Yeah. I agree. So I've got a couple things also.
I
but,
just think
yeah.
that the mixture of both is what is making it look so confusing and
Yeah.
be so confusing.
So I'm going to preface this by
And
saying
that's all I'm going to say.
that I don't know the ins and out of the way the Secret Service conducts business.
Sure.
In terms of pre-plan, planning, layout, things of that nature. What I will say is this, like, Courtney asked me a question the other night about it. She was like, what's that? Why is this, 'cause when they were talking about all the different agencies involved, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So when,
Excuse me.
so when you have like a high value target, you call it that, they call presidents high value targets, obviously. They work with, it's interagency. So inside the federal government, agencies there, and then obviously local, state, county agencies as well. Like, so your local sheriffs, police, if they have them, highway patrol, all those, they're all in play, right?
Sure.
And they get delegated. There's delegation in terms of the way that they sweep and how they do those things, because the Secret Service doesn't, like, they don't have a ton of people. Like, it's not a big agency, right?
Yeah.
Like, especially a detail for Trump or, a sitting president, a little bit different, but they still have A squad, B squad, D. They have all of them, right? But they still don't have a ton of people. So they always are going to use what I would call local assets or local agencies to help.
Yeah, the Secret doesn't have enough personnel.
Right. So, and they're going to fan out accordingly. I don't know what that is. I don't know if there's, I don't know.
It's always different, too.
It's always going to be different, of course, but they're the only ones that have the plan. Then they delegate, this is where we need you, this is where we need you, etc. That sort of thing. At the
very least, two totally other different agencies answer to them.
Right.
At that point in time.
Right. So ultimately it's going to fall on them as an agency. It's going to, it would fall on them to not have that area clear. However, I can almost guarantee that they weren't the ones that cleared it. They were not the ones that were checking those facilities. Maybe they did at some point, but probably not the day of.
God, see, the more we talk about this, the more I just want to throw stuff in.
I know.
I'm going to try not to.
But point I'm making is like we don't know we don't know the situation. We have no idea. That kid could have been in that fucking building for a couple days. Who knows? Maybe, whatever. Point is like, if, let's say Secret Service has 10 agents there. Let's say they have 10. Then everybody else you saw was a different agency. Some of them have acronyms. Some of them don't have anything at all. We know those ones. And then you saw local PD.
I love it.
You saw local PD as well. Or a local, whether it was PD, sheriff.
You saw the SWAT.
You saw a SWAT team.
Which was probably the county. Being from a small town, was probably
that was probably SWAT. From Philly. Could be my guess. But regardless,
county SWAT.
Yeah, sure. Point is,
they rolled up in formation.
Right. So, a lot of moving parts.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of moving parts. Agree with you 100%. There was a massive... it was poorly executed on every fucking level.
There was some incompetence.
Even up to the point of whoever shot that dude.
Yeah.
Way too long. The hesitation in the snipers when the shots fired was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, to me, again, I don't know the fucking situation. I'm just a looker-oner. Like, I'm Monday morning quarterback.
And I know you guys are screaming all the details at us right now through your radios or phones. But we're not going to talk about those.
But at the end of the day,
take too much.
Someone tried to kill Trump.
Kill a former president who's actively running for presidency again.
That hasn't happened on U.S. soil.
Not so effectively.
Yeah. It hasn't happened on U.S. soil since Reagan.
Yeah.
And that was in the middle of a fucking street when he was walking down the sidewalk.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't in...
And that guy wasn't even killing for... wasn't even that he didn't like Reagan. He was doing it to impress Jodie Foster.
Yeah.
Because he was a stalker.
So...
What the fuck?
What I will say that has nothing to do with the actual assassination attempt is this. The things that I've seen people tweet or people talk about or put up, like inside our government,
Yeah.
things like, it's too bad he missed.
Yeah.
That is unfortunate. Because the one thing I will never do, I will never say, is, man, I wish Biden gets shot.
Yeah.
Like, that is fucking insane to think about. Like, that is
It
that's just, it's so crazy to me. Like,
it really speaks to like the division that we have. We talked about that.
and how polarizing Trump is.
Yeah.
Like, how much people are angered over
Yeah.
him. But, like, you guys, and I don't know how many people know this, but, like, that dude was a Democrat.
Yeah.
He was a registered Democrat. Trump.
Yeah.
For almost all the way up until he decided to run for president. Like,
Yeah.
it didn't flip. He didn't flip much. And he really did, like, fuck it, man. Like, you guys aren't running this shit right. I'm going to figure this out. Or whatever he said, you know, to decide he was going to do this. Or maybe it was just his ego or whatever the case. I mean, every president is an egomaniac beyond anything that you've ever imagined in your life. You have to be. I say that in not like a bad way. I say that in the fact that, like, you have to be a certain type of person.
Sure.
You know, mentally.
Yeah.
Pull something like that.
Did you
off.
watch any of the convention, the Republican National Convention? No.
I have a real hard time with that. Like, I mean, no.
You should have watched it this year.
Yeah, I probably should have.
It was something like you'd never seen.
I mean, I turned it on.
Yeah.
I saw the crowd. I saw, you know, I did not see anyone speak. It was like some fucking band playing.
Yeah. Last night
Vance was walking around.
Last night was like the big night, right? It was like,
Yeah, I didn't know
Trump
that.
speaks.
Yeah, I didn't really.
Well, typically at a convention, the president doesn't come on until Thursday.
Gotcha. See, I didn't.
He was there every night.
Oh.
Every night.
Fucking kid was playing golf the next day after he got shot in the fucking ear.
Crazy.
Dude was like, fuck it, I'm out.
Yeah, I had
I'm
tea
going
time,
fishing.
man.
Yeah, or I'm
Fucking
going
tea time.
golfing. Yeah. Yeah.
It's my 9 a.m. tea time. Anyways, so he was there every night. They usually don't show up till Thursday. Anyways, regardless, neither effect. Last night they had fucking Kid Rock performed.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Of course.
Yeah, Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, I heard about Hulk. So Courtney was like, dude, Hulk Hogan's at the RNC. I'm like, bro, I'm not watching this.
Hulk Hogan did the whole, let me tell you something, brother. Fucking tears off his shirt and he's got a Trump
good.
Vance shirt on the bottom.
Love it.
Dude, I mean, of course, theatrics, right? And that's what he said. He said, like, I'm an entertainer, dude. That's what I'm here for.
Right.
Like, but anyways, it was a good time. It was a very what I thought was interesting besides the entertainment purposes of it. Motherfucker had Lee Greenwood bring him up, singing the song
I
too.
did. Yeah, I heard that. I heard about
Anyways, but watching it every day, like I didn't watch all of it, obviously Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I just watched what I could because I was gym and work and, you know, but it was a very different, like I've seen now, I don't know, 4 or 5 that I can remember watching conventions. And it's very fucking different, man. It was very weird. It was a weird thing. And all the commentate, like the news people, because, you know, like all the big news people are there. They have boxes, right? So whichever one you're watching, like they're there and they're having their own show, like as it's going on. They like keep going back and forth. Background. Yeah, and they go back and forth, whatever. And it's like everyone. Like I was watching Hannity and Brett Baer. Like I love those two dudes. They're fucking awesome. And I was watching Hannity first, then Brett Baer came on. But like everyone they were bringing on, like they brought on. Hannity had a bunch of Democrats on that were there, and everyone's like, man, just everyone's attitude and like the whole like energy and vibe and like at this convention is we've never seen. One guy was like, he was like his 30th convention. it wasn't 30, but it was a big number.
A lot.
Like
Yeah.
since like the 70s, he's like,
Yeah.
it was an old fuck. And he's like, I've never seen anything like this. It was fucking weird, man. It was
Like in a
very, very positive
way, yeah.
Like,
What
very
were the
interesting.
Democrats talking to Hannity about? Anything like
He was asking them like it was about the assassination
Gotcha.
attempt, like what they thought how the Secret Service director is handling it or whatever, and everyone basically everyone it seems who is not
He
wanting
fell-
to trash their whole
he,
career.
He fell on the sword today, I think.
Which one? She
The FBI or the Secret Service director.
she was running away from reporters on Wednesday,
Yeah,
literally running away from reporters.
Yeah, so
I'm not going to talk about that.
she's gonna, or anybody that I mean, that's just what happens. Someone's gonna take the fall.
She's resigning. That's
Yeah.
what you have to.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
said she
it-
wasn't going to, but she's gonna. Yeah. Yeah.
Because someone has to take a fall, and it's not going to be the guy that took a shot or didn't take a shot, or the
No.
guy that didn't see that guy or this guy or whatever the fuck. It's not that dude. No one cares about that dude. No one cares about that person.
Nope.
You know who people care about? The person at the fucking wheel.
Yeah.
And whether you were or not, you fucking should have been.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, like, they don't give a fuck about the stalker in the back room that gets fired. They care about the fucking store manager that forgot to lock the door.
Yeah.
That's the deal.
Yeah, sure.
At the end of the day, right? That's what makes the splash. That's what's going to happen.
Yep. So they were talking about that, and then asking for
gotcha.
comments on the convention. They'd been there every day, and like
Yeah.
how they feel, like just stuff like that.
So
It was the general. I mean, I'm sure it was planned, but like the general thought on everyone's speech was just like, we are way too left and we are way too right. He's like, we have to find our way as a country back to like talking points together. Like that was the general like.
So if that happening this last week is any indication of how far apart we are at the aisle,
Yeah.
and how the country is portraying themselves because of that, and I'm going to steal it from Rogan, but like he talks about how, you know, I'm on the blue team and I'm on the red team, and you don't have to have a team, but that's what it's got. That's what
it's
been
come to.
publicized. That's how it's being built up, or how it's been built up to be, to the point now where, like, you know, I know people that won't talk to their half of the family that's blue or
Sure.
red. Like we know those people.
Yeah.
That's wild. Like
It is.
and I can't remember who it was. There was, again, I saw it on Instagram. I think it was Justin Nunley, Justin Danger, that guy. He came. He of course did something after that all went down. He was like, I can have completely different thoughts on how a law is, or how the country's going, or what needs to happen, or this and that, because of the way I grew up, because of where I came from. And I can have best friends that grew up in a completely different environment, that have completely different beliefs because of the way they grew up, right? And we can still be really good friends. We could be best friends. I'm never going like I mean, I'm chopping that up, but it's like, the point was, like, just because you have like a different opinion on how the country should run, or a different opinion on gun laws or taxation or what the fuck ever, like, that's what debate is for. Like, it doesn't come to this where you're fucking popping off. Like, it's just, it seems insane. And it doesn't seem insane. It is fucking insane.
Yeah. No, it's insane.
And I get, you see the far right and you see the far left, and that's what gets on television,
Yeah.
not the middle, where probably 95% of the country is, by the way.
It's the same thing that I've always said, man. 10% of the people make 90% of the noise.
And that's always been the case.
Yeah.
But the way it played out, especially over the last 8 years,
Sure.
maybe a decade, we'll
Yeah,
call it, maybe. like people that say that this all started with Trump is out of their
No.
fucking mind.
No.
Really. Like where this country started going really sideways, like the beginnings of it was Obama's second term, my opinion. It maybe started happening a little bit before that, but like the first term of Obama, at least like the beginning part of that first term
sure.
was pretty good. It was
Well,
interesting. It was like a new thing, man. This guy can talk really well. He's a presidential.
Yeah,
He's saying all
kinda
the
like
right
the
things.
honeymoon phase, right? And
100%.
also, he hasn't had enough time to do anything yet.
Also that, but like a lot of people were behind him. A lot of people on both sides were behind that dude, and he got a lot of bipartisanship law put into effect because and really kind of, and then all of a sudden just kind of, and then you get Trump, complete opposite
Sure.
of that dude. Really brash, really fucking kicking down doors, you know, and
I'm listening. I'm not
I
being
think,
rude.
and then you get done with Trump. That whole thing happens where Biden gets put in somehow, and then it was all over. But the shouting, man. I mean,
I have a book up there in my private library.
that's an interesting way to put that.
It's called The Roots of Obama's Rage.
Yeah,
It's a good book.
So, I mean, if you took water and vegetable oil and
Yeah.
put them in, I mean, that's how divided this is. It's fucking nuts. But like, again, like, I mean, and you said it before, you said it today, 10 and 9, the 90-10 rule.
Yeah.
90% could really kind of fall anyway. Right. If I'm gonna say it, if like a really good Democrat
Yeah.
was saying all the right stuff and trying to push bipartisan regulation and all this kind of thing, and sure, I'm not going to kick that out of bed.
I think we
as
have the actual numbers on that. I think it's like 30. It's around the 30% line that will always vote to one side, no matter who it is. On both sides, it's about the same number. It's like 30 to 37 or whatever it is.
you're dying on that flag.
You're dying on the-
You're running up that hill. Yeah, you're always
Yeah.
going to carry that flag.
But as
no
far
matter
as
what.
like what we were talking about, I think when we talked about this before on the podcast years ago, I think we were talking about like the trans movement, and we were saying, and it was like, and COVID too, like people were getting in fights at the grocery store because people weren't wearing masks, and like, and like we were like out, and people were like people were talking about how divided the country was, and me and you were talking about like we go out into our world. You know, you in Southern California, me in Central California, being like, we don't see any of that.
yeah,
And most people that we would talk to would be like, you know, you don't see this crazy division, or you don't
Yeah.
see, and it's like, again, that's
well, you don't see Seattle happen or whatever.
right.
Like you don't see that.
Chaz?
Yeah, Chad, the country of Chad, or the fucking what are we doing?
What was that?
Yeah, we are, as Joe Rogan said, we are in a simulation.
Yeah.
And you don't see the LA stuff. You don't see all this thing. You're right. And there's always gonna be outliers. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna see people staring at you like that motherfucker's not wearing a mask. I'm gonna fucking say something, but you're not gonna say anything because
Yeah.
this is real life. In real life, you don't say stuff.
I
In
don't
real
think
life,
you
you
say
mind your
something
fucking
to me.
business.
One time I got,
Yeah,
someone said something.
I've had it happen. But like what I'm saying is like people. I don't know when this changed. I don't know. Maybe we can ask that question. I don't know when this changed where people just had like all of a sudden decided that they can just be in everybody's business. Like no matter who you are, where you're at, what you're doing, doesn't matter. Like all of a sudden we're just going to have a bunch of Karens. And they're just going to be like, you know what? Now's the day. Today's the day.
but
like
fucking,
I'm just going
God forbid you get in their business.
Right. Then that's what I'm saying. Like and Courtney talked about it the other day. She went to a gas station.
Yeah.
A small gas station by her house. It's like 4 pumps, whatever it is. She pulls up to a pump. She runs in to go grab something, comes back out. There's nobody else at the pumps.
Sure.
Nobody. So she parks at a pump. Whatever.
Oh God. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Goes in, comes back out. This lady is out there, and she's like waiting for Courtney
To move
to
her.
get fuel.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, well, there's fucking 4 other pumps. Like, what? So she's like, did you get gas? She's like, no. She's like, why'd you park at a gas pump? She's like, mind your fucking business. And this bitch just went off. Like, just fucking went, just rattle can for, and Courtney, She'll throw hands. Like she's like, girl, you need to back the fuck up. Like, see all these other pumps? Like, you need to fucking relax.
Yeah.
Fuck off. But it's crazy to me. Like, I mean, like, first of all, you don't know who that person is. Like, you need to mind your business. Like, and there's no reason for you to even, I don't know where that ended. Where like there was this thing where people were like okay with, you know, like, oh, you know what? Like, now's the time where we're just going to start just rattling off whatever we want to whoever we want and expect zero consequences.
It is a good point. Like, I don't know, like, what gave
it's a fucking weird thing.
What gave all these people like the idea and the courage to like want to be like to stand up for something that's not affecting you, and you're not really standing up for anything, I guess, is like to like go into confrontation with somebody for literally no reason.
You're going into battle for ghosts.
Yeah.
Like, I'm telling you what it was. I'm just throwing out a theory here. It's fucking internet. Like the tough guy
like the
syndrome.
Keyboard warrior
like the
thing?
keyboard warrior that like
It's like
bleeds
flowing
over into
over.
real life. Like, cause they're like, oh yeah, we can do this.
Yeah. No, you fucking can't. I was funny. I was literally gonna tell that story about the mask thing, and you brought that up. It was like the same thing. I was walking on the street with my wife in downtown San Luis Obispo, outside, outside,
Right.
I'm not wearing a mask.
No.
I don't wear a mask till I go into a store and someone makes me put one on.
Right.
I'm walking outside. I passed two ladies, older ladies, probably in their 60s or 70s, and
On their way out.
they have masks.
Sure.
They're on the street.
Yeah.
Oh, on the way out of this world.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like on the other side of the hill, the
Yeah.
bottom of it.
Right.
And this lady, I'm walking past her, and she says, you know, you really should be wearing a mask. And I just turn, like, as we're walking, I stop, I turn around, you know, you really should mind your own fucking business. Is what I told her. And she just kept walking.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, like,
The story she told her husband
I'm sure.
was like,
I screamed in her face.
yeah.
Yeah.
He must have been 6'6". I don't know why I went into like a black,
She was white
older
as
black
hell,
lady.
boy.
Yeah, that was weird.
He was 7 feet tall and 400 pounds.
Yeah. Yeah.
Looked like Goliath from
So,
the Bible.
It's a fucking weird thing. You know what doesn't happen out here? That I've ever seen. I mean, I'm sure, well, I say that and then I tell the story about Courtney and that chick.
Yeah.
But she's like, this was the first, she says, when she tells the story, she talks about her first Karen experience.
Women out here have a bigger sack than women in California. I will tell you that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why that is. It's just like a cultural thing, but
They didn't grow up in
I guess.
fucking Beamers and Beverly Hills
I guess.
or whatever. I mean, they had to do shit. Like they,
Sure.
you know, like one. Let me ask you this question: how many people do you think in the greater, like where most people live in California? We'll just say that, whether it's SoCal, Central Cal, Northern Cal, whatever.
Okay.
Like those cities and areas. How many of those have ever cut grass in their fucking life?
Yeah, I mean, I'm fucking. You can't now.
Right. Yeah. No. It's like all electric. Yeah. Yeah. Plug in.
You can't even
Yeah.
plant grass anymore.
Right. But let's just say, like, it wasn't.
No, I got you.
was like Gavin Newsom
I know where
didn't
you're
destroy that state already.
I know where you're going. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
Like, how many people?
Maybe half of them.
worked when they were not even fucking half. Are you serious? Like, I'm talking 80%, son.
Really?
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, what was the hardest thing they did? Bring the trash out of the fucking trash
Yeah.
can?
Yeah. Mow the lawn. That's probably the hardest thing they
75
did.
fucking degrees all year long,
Yeah.
basically, in most parts of California. Really.
No, I'm
like
with
the
you.
average. Yeah. I mean, they didn't have it like, I mean, the people I've met here, like, yeah, I mean, I can say Courtney, like, she grew up on a farm.
I'll tell you, like, right now, like, out here, I'll fucking hit a woman. You fucking get crazy out here. Like, I've seen y'all.
Yeah.
You're fighting a fucking man, basically, man. Like, skill level, you're fighting a man.
Yeah.
Look, you fucking crazy lady come at me, you better hope you're just throwing hands.
Yeah. They grew up farming,
Because
man.
then we're going to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't pull a weapon, son.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. That's another thing around here is I think where you lose a lot of the confrontation, too, is like, everybody can have a gun here.
Remember that guy from, was it the sheriff in Arizona or
Fuck yeah, Mark Lamb.
You say, I don't
He's
know.
running for Senate.
Perfect. That's beautiful. I don't know if he coined the phrase. I'm sure he didn't. I'm sure this was much, much further back than this.
Yeah.
But I've heard that an armed society is a polite society.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Like, I get that. But, like, in the newer sense of that deal, it's like in Arizona, it was like open carry.
Yeah. Open
this-
carry, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like the question I always had, or the question I posed a lot was, if you're going to rob a liquor store or a convenience store,
Sure.
in Arizona, when you make the decision to do that, you have to assume you're going to get shot and killed,
Yeah.
or at least shot.
Yeah.
Because when you walk into a store and there's 10 people in there, you better assume that over half of them are carrying not a weapon, a gun.
Yeah.
And they know how to shoot it, because people don't carry guns that they don't know how to shoot.
Well,
Except for that Secret Service lady. It was like, it's in the way of my Foomba. Or, yeah, anyway. Like, you got to know that.
yeah.
You go you fucking rob up a liquor store in California or a convenience store in California. First of all,
What are the
good luck.
chances There's an off-duty cop there. I mean,
I mean, good luck. Anyway, the dude behind the counter's not going to understand what you're saying. But I mean, let's just say that was the case. Like, you wave a gun, everybody hits the deck.
Yeah.
If there is anybody in there, and they're sure is not going to fucking step up.
Sure.
Like, they don't have guns.
a lot of times they're not even real guns, or they're not even loaded.
Right.
They don't have to be.
They don't have to be. But you rob a motherfucker out here,
You're getting shot at. Son.
you're getting fucking killed.
That's what's crazy.
You're not going to make the fucking door.
Like in Arizona, like I guess if you're gonna rob a place in Arizona, you'd be like, go in, walk around, make sure nobody's open carrying
Yeah,
first.
case it.
Yeah.
But
And
out
then
here,
be like, okay.
you don't hear.
Constitutional. For you guys that don't know, this is a fucking constitutional concealed carry state.
Yeah, you don't hear about that here. You do not hear about that here. You know what you don't hear about? You don't hear about getting carjacked here. You don't hear about holding up fucking convenience stores, liquor stores. You don't hear about home invasions.
You do a little bit in Chattanooga,
Sure, maybe.
but
yeah,
it's also a super blue area.
right.
When
Weird.
you know that like those guys aren't carrying guns, man.
But that shit ain't happening
But
between
it's-
Chattanooga and fucking
But
Knoxville.
it's also most of the carjackings aren't carjackings, they're car theft.
right.
Most of the robberies are property robberies, not breaking and enterings.
Not yeah.
Most of them. And that's a big fucking city.
Yeah.
You don't see that as much as like, you get shot, dude.
You're getting killed. 100%.
Yeah.
Like we talked about the other day, like this dude was talking about putting graph locks on his boat, you know, like locking I'm like, and he lives up a hill. Like he doesn't live on a street, right?
Yeah.
Lives off a street. And let me tell you something, in Tennessee, you live off a street, you're fucking half a mile from that
Yeah.
motherfucker. I go, dude, are you really worried about someone coming to your house and fucking picking those graphs off your boat? Really? I mean, what are the chances that some clown is driving down a road and decides to turn on that dirt
Yeah.
road and is
Like,
like, you know
if
what, maybe
you're-
I'll drive up this driveway.
Look, if you're in a spot like where you're in a big neighborhood that hasn't made like mine, sure, lock it. It sits right there. Because let me tell you what can happen. You have a fucking crackhead wandering around, meth head. Let's be real here, fucking meth head, wandering around. Nice guy, just likes meth a bunch and needs money for meth. If he can take your graph off the front of your boat, he's gonna do it. What I'm gonna do is the next morning I'm gonna go down to the pawn shop right down the street and I'm gonna find my graph.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, yeah. I mean that's what's gonna happen here.
Or the guy's going to walk into my work trying to pawn it off.
Right. Hey man, I got this used.
I think that's mine.
Yeah. Hey,
May want to drop it there.
don't hear about a lot of B&Es here.
No home invasions.
That is a terrible idea.
Terrible. Yeah, I'm telling you, everybody here that has a gun knows how to fucking shoot. Every weapon they have in their house.
Yeah, and it's like at least to the ability where like you don't want to be in a house,
No.
right?
Yeah.
Especially these fucking old dudes that still like live and die on the fucking double-aught bucks and then fucking cannonballs down high fucking hallways.
Right.
No, not into that.
Yeah, man. It's a different deal here. What's that part in Shooter where he goes out to that dude that's in Tennessee? And,
Yeah.
And the guy's like, they're talking about like, what was it? Bullet printing
Yeah.
or whatever, and he's this is like the dude from the kill da da da, and he's like, you heard about that? He's like, I buried the body or whatever. I'm like, yeah, man, that's this place.
Yeah.
Like it's just like it's different.
Yeah, it is.
You
different.
know, and it truly is kind of like one of those deals where it's like an armed society is a polite society.
I get upset when people don't carry here. Like most people I know don't carry, and I'm like, man, like why? Like if it's your abilities, like, you should fix that and do it.
Yeah, I just think like, I guess maybe we're hyper aware of that because we come from a state that we only were able to carry because we were law enforcement, basically.
Maybe
now I know that that's not necessarily the case. Like they've passed some laws in certain or certain counties and
Maybe
stuff.
it's
But
because
like,
I watch fucking police shootout videos nonstop all day long.
yeah,
I'm just saying that shit's happening.
sure. Yeah, I think it's like I know I have that feeling because we come from a state that if we weren't law enforcement, we really couldn't carry.
You know
we
what's
couldn't carry
crazy?
legally without jumping through every fucking hoop imaginable.
And then the sheriff's still got to prove it.
Right, and it could take years. Like
yeah.
it's so weird.
You know what's funny is like when I think about, I mean, I carry everywhere I go.
Mm-hmm.
Every fucking where I go. That motherfucker is on me everywhere I go. I don't, like, of course, like I think about it as like protecting my family, right? But I don't, that's not the situation that plays in my mind 90% of the time though. Because that's not the situation you're going to have 90% of the time. Like, what are the chances I fucking walk around Dayton, Tennessee, and I get fucking robbed at gunpoint or knife point? That's fucking not very high.
No, well, we just talked about
Almost zero.
Yeah, almost zero.
But I see, but like going into another situation where like it's someone else's problem and not mine
Yeah,
is the situation I play in my head most of the time. And because I know that I'm not going to feel great about myself if I go to my hip and I have nothing there to save someone else's life, I'm going to have a problem with that.
yeah, yeah. Or you go into a situation that unfolds in front of you,
That's
which
what I'm
is what
saying.
you're saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Like,
saying.
whether it's a person or a group of fellows.
Sure.
Like, for instance, if you're at a Walmart, something goes down or whatever, someone tries to, shoot up the place, whatever it is. Like same scenario. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. I just,
Like, well, I mean, I think John put it best is like, if my stepdad,
Yeah.
he's like, you either have a gun, you're either carrying a gun or you're a victim.
yeah.
I think is what he said. And I could be wrong.
There's a
but
very small
I've
amount
heard
of
it somewhere.
people like you come into a situation where you need a firearm and you're going to neutralize the problem without one.
Yeah. So what he would say exactly was, it's something that I hope I never have to use.
Sure.
But if I do, if I'm in that situation, I better fucking have it.
It's like that fucking line that friggin' Russian girl says in Alien versus Predator. She says, we're going into a 10,000-year-old pyramid. What do you need a gun for? She says, it's like a condom. I'd rather have it, not need it, than need it and not have it.
Yeah. There it is.
It's right there.
That's it. That's what we're ending this podcast on.
Sure. If you can carry a gun, you should do it.
Yeah.
You should be good at it, though.
Yeah.
Don't be like people I used to work with point Glocks at my face. And then I tell the fucking sergeant behind me that if he points a Glock at my face one more time, I'm going to shoot him in the head. Move me. Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy.
Hey, let me rate this beer real quick.
Oh, yeah.
I can't do it on the nose anymore. Yes, I can. I got enough. Okay, so I found the talk about Sasquatch. We have all the names we're going to take.
We have all the names we're going to take. We're not going to tell you about them right now.
No, because we got to go
gotta
through a
tally
picking
the
process.
votes.
When we do, however we decide to do it, if we do a random picker, we'll put it on Instagram.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And we'll show you guys us picking it.
Yes.
Here's the story on Death Raptor from their website.
Do tell.
Out of the Jurassic jungle of juice comes an apex predator with the vicious intent of slaying your palate. Why the fuck didn't you put this on the can?
Seriously. Wow.
Death Raptor Killer IPA's zesty citrus fruit aroma lures you into the glass full of sweet, sweet surrender. Flavors of tangerine and grapefruit mingle with the malt backbone of Pilsner, oat, and wheat. This IPA appears pleasant, but you may never escape its delicious grip. I mean, put it on the fucking can.
Yeah. That was perfect.
That's beautiful. It's poetry in motion.
That brings points back up for me. I wish it was on the can, though. But whatever.
Since you're not telling me this is like a throwback and you're just telling me this is a good IPA, okay, like it's a good original IPA, I get it, okay. On the nose, very original IPA. I'm going to keep saying that because all I got. Like, it's very IPA.
Yeah.
There's definitely some citrus going on there in the smell. There's the tangerine, I think, is the sweetness we were kind of picking up. Like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. The grapefruit's always there in IPA.
Always.
You always did that. Do you have a number in your head?
Yes.
On the palate, it feels very thin, like an IPA almost always does. It kind of like rotates this like sweet, bittery thing around, ends bitter, but goes away very fast. There's no lingering there. It's a very clean IPA, I would say. It's a very good IPA. It's going to lose points for me when you're telling me this is not a like throwback.
Like a classic IPA.
Yeah, you're not telling me that you were going for like a throwback. You're just saying like this is a good IPA. I think we've come a little farther than that now. You ready? You have a number?
Yes.
3, 2, 1. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. 6.9.
5.1.
Oh,
Wow,
okay.
I went really low.
Okay, I think it's 6.9.
So I'm not a fan of just like a straight IPA.
Yeah, no, you're not.
You know that. You guys know that.
Yeah.
There is nothing special about this beer.
No.
So that's why I give it just a hair over a midway point.
Sure.
Because it just, again, I mean, listening to that was cool,
Yeah.
but it wasn't there. And to your point, if you're going to make a beer like this in your lineup,
Yeah.
address the fact that it is just your classic IPA.
Yeah.
And that's what you were going for.
Yeah.
But you didn't. You kind of sold it as something else.
Like an awesome IPA.
Right. And it's just not. Like,
It's not only because, like, look, I'm not going to lie to you. 10 years ago, I probably would have said that was an 8.5.
yeah.
But we've come a long way.
Yeah.
I also don't play Snake on my Nokia phone anymore.
Right. Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah. I only play checkers with my kids.
Yeah. If you would have told me, look, this is a throwback to like old school IPAs, how they were when we first loved them, I'd have been like, this is a 7.3.
Right.
It's a fucking great IPA. It's a good IPA.
But they were trying to they were trying something else. They were trying to say something else
Yeah.
or like trying to lean into a different thing. And it's not.
Yeah, and it's not.
It's just not.
So, but hey, man,
Yep.
you know, it is what it is. Here we are.
Here we are.
6.9 is what I say. It's a good IPA. If you like IPAs, you like that original flavor, you like it.
Yeah.
All right, then.
Well, that's about a wrap.
Have you guys left a 5-star review yet, wherever you're listening? Probably
Yeah.
not. Have you subscribed on YouTube?
Right. Or followed us on Spotify or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Are you watching on Spotify?
How about Instagram?
What about TikTok?
Not on Facebook.
No, they're too strict over there.
They are. Facebook aren't our friends, even though they're owned by the same fucking dude.
Yeah,
But
weird.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Go do that stuff. It's
You
free.
should do it. Yeah, it is all free. The 5
I mean-
stars really helps us out too.
Or give us a 1-star and tell us why we suck.
That's true. You can
I'm
do that.
fucking in for that
Yeah.
too. Larry, fuck off.
Yeah.
Don't do that. He's doing it. 100%.
He's gonna do it. That's okay.
Yeah. That's
You can
fine.
do it.
It's all good. I want to hear it.
Yeah.
We're good with that. But it's all right here, or right in this vicinity,
Like, right-
I would say.
Like right here.
Oh, easy there.
Thanks for hanging out, guys. We'll
Yeah.
catch you next week.
See ya.